Hello everybody and welcome to Dodgeball Live. We are here in Calgary, coming to you from the Canadian Club Dodgeball Championships. Today on Court 1, I am Nicholas Danchenko. I am joined by
Stelmack.
And we are about to see what I'm hoping is going to be a great match. I'm not super familiar with this Apex side right in front of us in the darker jerseys, but I'm very familiar with the, I believe, 4 or 5 time reigning champions of British Columbia, Hardest Home.
Yep. Taking on the Manitoba number 5 spot, Apex. So
okay.
This should be an interesting matchup.
Interesting matchup here.
Thank you.
Starting on the Hardest Foam side, from left to right, looks like we're going to have number, I believe, 26, Sam Coe, followed by Captain Canada himself, Byron Wong, number 4. Number 8, Cody Burke. Number 89, Pete Decker. Number 14, Chris Valance. And
they are off. So we'll get to those lineups very shortly. If you don't see them already on your screen, it looks like Hardest Foam with that Burton to throw. Ref calls it. Decker takes a shot at McKay. Goes in between. Looks like it almost clipped Decker, but we still have the 6v6 lineup. Coming up again to the line, Hardest Foam ready to take those shots. Moto Sandoval with a block, but it hits him in the hand. 4 balls in hand now. Apex coming up to the line.
So, interesting fact here about Apex that I'm reading. This team holds the record for the most ties at Nationals with 5 ties last year. Very, very interesting. Wow. Ooh,
Break the laptop.
Byron Wong takes a rip straight. Oh, what a grab in the middle.
McKay manages to stay in, and my laptop manages to stay not broken. That was a hard throw.
Oh Byron has a great arm, takes a rip straight, hits the commentary booth behind Apex here.
All right, Moto Sandoval and Boudreau with balls in hand. Hardest Foam coming up to take their shots. They honestly, that is just an intimidating lineup on the Hardest Foam side.
All massive arms. Everybody knows how to grab really, really well.
Yeah.
This team is definitely one of the strongest in Canada. I believe they were silver medalists last year.
Yes.
So they definitely know how to make it far in this tournament.
They lost to the Manitoba number 1 team, New Era. And it was the first time an Ontario team didn't walk home with gold in men's.
Yep.
I think a couple people are going to be a little bit bitter for the...
Yeah, definitely Ontario's going to try to get back into it for 2025. Big teams.
Moto Sandoval managing to hit out Decker. Sorry.
All good.
He was going for a catch. He brought it in, but didn't quite connect at the last second there. So it's down to a 2v3 situation right now. Ooh, and here's going for it.
3 balls on the Hardest Foam side. Let's see if they spend 2 here.
3 players coming up, taking the line.
Just 1. Chris Valance, big throw from the middle. 1's going to get returned.
Bringing it in. They're just taking their time, aren't they?
Hardest Foam take their time because they know if they put either 3 of those players on that side, that any of them could just take one big rip at one of the players on this Apex side, and definitely
happened with Moto Sandoval just now. It is just
big rip again from Chris.
Samson left now for the Apex side, still against those 3 players on the Hardest Foam team.
I think the key here definitely to survive. Hardest Foam, their biggest asset is their arms, a little bit slow on the backtrack, so if Samson can run them down, he might be able to find some success here.
You know what? I think Samson has a fighting shot. He is a pretty squirrely guy.
Hardest Foam seem to struggle against some of the more squirrely players. I definitely remember watching their match against Tidal from this recent BC Provincial qualifier. Good block by Samson.
I would honestly love to see Tometto be last on the court against some Hardest Foam players, because speaking of squirrely, you're going to love it because you said you're not familiar with them. That guy's got moves. Oh, and Samson almost lining out there, managing to stay just on his tippy toes. Oh, it was.
Oh, and they're going to call the line. I didn't think his heels were down.
Honestly, I didn't think it either. It looked like he just kind of did a zigzag, but manages to stay on his toes.
Yeah. A lot of these Apex players have been riding that line pretty hard, but they've done a really good job.
So many lineouts in their first match of the day on Court 6, which is the other stream. So many.
Hardest Foam are going to start this game up 1-0. Defensive rush on the hardest foam side from Sam Coe.
A little bit of a
Interesting choice.
A little bit of a stumble there from the old Apex side there.
Ooh, good hit from Cody Burke. Taking out Boudreau.
That's going to give, oh yeah, and he's a Team Canada player.
I didn't know that. Ooh, good pass by Valens.
Not sure if he got activated, but Boudreau was on Team Canada.
All right, so he should be familiar with some of the guys he's facing.
Very, yes.
Obviously, Byron Wong, Pete Decker, Chris Valens, I believe Sam Coe as well.
Speaking of all of those players, they just made very short work of the Apex lineup. We just have 3 players left now. It's going to be Tran, Samson, and McKay left. And they're coming up. Decker takes a shot, goes wide in between the middle of Samson and McKay there. It's going to bring that 4th ball in for Apex as they come up to the line to take on the full lineup of hardest foam players. Someone's got to throw.
Big free throw from Byron Wong. It's going to connect on Tran.
That counter.
And he gets the ball back. Hardest foam are going to have a 2-ball defense here.
McKay takes the shot, and McKay on the hands.
Sam Coe, good counter. Samson again in last. Let's see if he can get a few hits here. Takes a big cross-court rip at Decker.
He manages to stay up, and he double checks if he's not close to the line. Goes for Decker. Decker manages to block.
2 big cross courts here. Very interesting, taking 50-foot throws.
Yeah, Samson just hiding at that back line.
Oh, and Valens with the follow-up is going to take Samson out. Nice snipe on his toes. It's going to be 2-0 for hardest foam.
I don't think it's very hard for hardest foam for this game. I'm sorry.
Well, to give some of the Apex guys some credit, they are looking good. Their movement. False start here.
No, ball wasn't on the line.
Oh. Jason Mergler.
It was
calling a false
just
start.
kind of like sauntering over to the hardest foam side, even though it was the Apex's side. All right, now we're clean. Clean start.
Quick rush. No ball spent off the rush. I'm surprised that hardest foam are playing this rush game defensively.
Honestly, I think that's a good move from them, especially because like they've played 2 rounds now. They've got a feeling for the Apex side. They know what they're able to do. They know how fast they're able to eliminate them, so they know they don't have to expend that much energy.
Yeah. Something I also noticed right now is that Boudreau's been their main target. And honestly, he's the only player from this Apex side that I do
Ooh, it looks like Tometa does manage to take out Coe, though.
Hardest foam 5v4 with 3 balls. I'm assuming Pete's going to take it from the middle. Nope, it comes from the right corner, but Pete takes a counter. Jason Mergler calling a bounce on that shot on Decker. It's going to be a 5-on-2. As I was saying earlier, I'm the only player.
McKay with the catch!
Brings Boudreau back in, hardest foam's main target. Let's see if he can be a little bit of the difference here to get Apex their first point in this game.
And takes out Cody Burke.
Yeah.
See, I think the reason why Boudreau is probably the major target on the Apex side is he's lanky and he can take those hard shots from the back line. And that's gonna be the tricky thing for hardest foam.
Definitely, players like him who have a good arm but move really, really well I see hardest foam struggle with those types of players later on in the match.
Oh, like you said too, they have problems on the retreat, so they have to force themselves to come up to take those shots because I don't see a lot of them throwing from the back line the way Boudreau does.
Pete Decker goes for the trade. Apex are going to be up 2-1 against, I believe, one of the other captain of Team Canada from this past Worlds, Chris Valens. His 3 balls. Only 1 spent from the Apex side.
Boudreau trying to be sneaky. He keeps going and staring down McKay there, but Boudreau is like, no, just keep paying attention to him. I'm going to hit you. Again, they come in, and it looks like Boudreau's going for it this time, right into the net. A little bit wide on that shot there. Gets down just in time to go underneath Boudreau's ball. Boudreau gets out of the way.
Ooh, I always love seeing that move. I remember the first time I saw it, Joel Jodoin, or Jodoin. I apologize if I mispronounced his last name, but that's a ooh!
Right on the tip of his toe.
Gets the outside of Boudreau's foot. He's not happy with himself right now.
Honestly, though, he put up a good fight, so.
Definitely a good fight. Lots of good throws on Valens, on target, making Valens work for this.
Big block from McKay. McKay throws a little bit short there.
McKay left with one ball.
And Valens takes him out.
Valens catches him in the air. That's something that Hardest Foam are really, really good at. They're really great at getting players to bite and then taking advantage of players that are in the air and kind of lacking a little bit. Hardest Foam 3-0 here, still in this first half. Boudreau is going to take a seat.
Interesting how Apex all just kind of bunched up on the opening rush there. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. Attacking rush for Apex. Ferreira and Willier are both taken out in that opening exchange. And number 23 here on Apex as well.
Seg.
Hardest Foam. Big rip.
Right as Samson gets eliminated, he still takes the shot anyways.
Still takes the shot. I would say that's not a bad shot to take if it was a little bit earlier, because the ball did die.
Honestly, I think he kind of paused midair and was like, what?
I'm hit? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing how he paused midair, too.
Ooh, Pete Decker. His ball tailed right into the feet.
And then Tometa goes out. It is just Moto Sandoval left. But Hardest Foam is going to need to watch out, though. Moto Sandoval is a sneaky little catcher. He does have burden, though. He's going to have to throw.
4 balls, big cross court. Cross court on Wong. He takes a sneaky shot at Decker.
Ooh, Decker goes out.
From like 60 feet, cross court, corner to corner.
But he's going to be in a mood about that
one. Good tag. Good throw on Sam Coe. Goes for the grab, but he doesn't get it. David and Wong both connect. 4-0 Hardest Foam.
It would have been cool to see Moto Sandoval catch, though. He has.
I was hoping for it.
Honestly, he has some of those like amazing clutch catches that you always want to clip.
I'm hoping we get to see one of those here. Boudreau back on the court. Let's see if Hardest Foam are going to take a rip at him. Looks like Hardest Foam going with that defensive opening rush again.
$5 they throw at
Samson
Boudreau.
Quick to the line. Ferreira doesn't take it. Some lineup adjustments on this Hardest Foam side. We have number 23, David, number 12, Willier.
And right in the feet of Ferreira. He gets taken out again.
Yeah, Chris Valens and number 6. I keep forgetting his name at Hardest Foam.
Von Stev.
Von Stev, okay. Number 6, Von Stev taking a seat for the last 2 here.
I think this is the first time we've seen Willier on court too.
Yes, he played in that last set. This is his second set in this match. Speaking of Villier, gonna take out McKay.
Doesn't even break his stride. Comes in there trying to take that cross-court counter that was coming off Moto Sandoval, and Wong just manages to like bring it in.
Samson throws straight, lots of tail on that ball. Byron doesn't get a clean block. That's something I've noticed being behind this Apex side. And it's gonna be no blocking.
So that hit on Tran does not count. Whistle went. Tran is still in. We're going to go into no block now.
No blocking here. Something I noticed about Samson, he has this nasty tail on his ball that just clipped Byron. If you're, I don't know where the camera is here, but I hope that that
right
translates on film. There we go. Trying to wave at it. Samson gets taken out. Pete Decker with the cross court.
They make quick work of the Apex team with that one.
Quick work. Hardest Foam are up 5-0 at half.
Shutout.
Yeah. Very, very dominant display from this Hardest Foam side.
I mean, again, you have the BC1 team taking on the MB5 team. And they lost against the MB1 team last year, so.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe we'll see a rematch of last year's final.
I mean, they've got a taste of victory, and now they're just like, I like gold.
Looks like Valance is going to come back on for Hardest Foam. And Decker's going to take a seat. Looks like David's going to be on the opening rush here for Hardest Foam. Again, very, very defensive from this Hardest Foam side. I'm quite surprised. And Apex decide not to attack, which I think is an interesting choice when the other team is going to take that 3-ball open.
And just the one player from Hardest Foam running for the ball, too.
Yeah. Boudreau goes for the grab. Another ball almost hits us in the commentary area.
I am not wearing a shirt with a target on it. That's twice now. Ooh, Ferreira trying to get a sneak.
Sam Coe all over that line. Sam Coe all over that line,
he was
up
like
and down.
In and out and back and forth.
Hardest Foam with 5 players. Oh, what a grab!
There's that Tometto I was talking about.
What a grab on Von Steb.
Honestly, like Tometto, his playstyle, the only way people have ever described it is Greninja from Pokemon. He is just a jumpy little bugger.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Great catch here. It's going to put Apex at an advantage here.
And Boudreau going for the shot on Wong. Wong managing to get out of the way of it. David does get eliminated, though. Apex now with that advantage. Willier blocks that shot from Samson. Ferreira gets eliminated, though.
Ferreira also tries to take the rip after he gets tagged. It's going to leave Hardest Foam with 5 balls. A very, very dangerous position for this Apex side. Boudreau with the 1 ball in hand. They're going to throw 2.
Willier is going for Boudreau.
Joey LeBlanc, the corner official, calling Boudreau out. I thought that bounced.
I think it might have been a line violation because he was right in the corner. Otherwise, like, I would have felt it on my chin hairs. Not that I have any. Just Samson lefty. What is up with Samson?
Samson surviving very, very long in this game.
Hey, they aimed at you this time.
Samson's going to survive the 1 ball from Wong.
William manages to get out of the way. Samson going for him again. It gets down nice and low. He's like, stop throwing at me, dude. I'm going to hit you. And he manages to put his arm out, but it does not count as a hit. They're counting him down. Samson needs to throw 5 seconds.
Good throw
right
from
in the middle.
Samson. Knuckled a little bit, taking out Willier from very far back.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to spend 2 here. None of them connect. Samson left with 5 balls.
Hey, he finally changed up his targets. He went for Valance.
Cross court at Valance.
Sorry.
Valance going to counter rush.
Ooh,
nice little
big,
split jump.
Nice
Love
big
the hops.
Russian splits.
Wong, and he goes for the grab. He doesn't get it. Hardest Foam up 6-0. I'm quite surprised Samson decided to go for a grab right there because he was surviving really, really well while Hardest Foam were putting doubles on him. And with his fast up and down the court, I did think that he was going to get at least a hit or 2 there. I'm surprised he went for that grab. I would not be that confident in front of Byron Wong personally, but that's also because I can't catch anything.
I think Apex called a timeout just now.
We're going to have a 30-second timeout here. Don't know who called it. Probably Apex. We're going to line back up here. Apex and Hardest Foam. If you are just tuning in, it is 6-0 Hardest Foam. I believe we are probably about halfway through this second half. Jason Mergler showing off the time, but I can't see that from here.
Yeah, me either.
Defensive rush from Hardest Foam again. Apex late to the line. David doesn't decide to take advantage of it.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion coming between Tran and Tometto.
Something that, big curveball from Von Steb.
Moto Sandoval getting nice air up and out of the way.
Nice and high to get out of the way from that curveball. So definitely on this hardest foam side, they have been dominating this game. Who would your two MVPs in this match be for hardest foam? Ooh. Oh, and a double. Sam Coe and Von Stepp taken out. It's gonna be 4 against 4.
Honestly, I gotta put David for hardest foam just because he's been constantly the only one rushing for that ball, and that takes a lot of energy.
David and Sam Coe have done that 3-ball opening rush, which is very, very interesting. I've never seen that from hardest foam. Byron Wong gets tagged out on the cross. Definitely Byron and Valance are my two MVPs here. Both captains of Canada getting big hits. And you're very, very familiar with this Apex side. Who would your choices for MVP be?
I mean, Tameta just for that one awesome catch alone. And then Samson just for his staying power, because he's been the last in so many times.
Yes, Samson with the great survivability in this game, for sure.
And Boudreaux for having such a good attitude for being hit out so often, maybe. I don't know. That would be my top 3, but we'll leave it up to the chat to decide.
Valance takes a big cross court.
So we're
Only
down.
Valance and David left on the court for hardest foam. Let's see if Apex can close out one set here. Big cross on David, and he gets tagged out. Valance alone.
He was going for it, too. He's like, ah.
Valance spikes a ball. Jason Mergler with a warning on Valance for an invalid throw here.
Ooh.
Definitely at this tournament, if you didn't know, Dodgeball Canada decided to crack down on invalid throws.
McKay was struggling to get out of that way after he was caught at the center line there. Valance was just rushing him down like a bull.
Valance misses every throw at the line there. Ooh! Big straight from Chris Valance.
Right in the ankles on Sang.
Lots of pumps here.
Honestly, it doesn't even look phased. Valance doesn't even look phased with the pump fakes from the Apex side.
And Valance gets tagged out here. Apex closed their first set in this match. Yes, 6-1 for hardest foam. In just a minute, you guys are going to get to vote for your VC MVP of this match. There will be 2 options on the screen. 2 for hardest foam and 2 for Apex. Cast your votes.
And that was the first point. While we were talking about voting for them, Apex just got their first point on the board.
They did.
Good for them.
They were able to capitalize on an advantage that they did have earlier in the game, but they made the mistake of giving this hardest foam side 5 balls, and hardest foam are going to kill almost any team when they get 5 balls.
It's interesting because I think when I was saying that he wasn't phased by their pump fakes from the Apex side, he didn't take them seriously after he moved positions, and that's how Moto Sandoval got that shot for the point. Still with the full lineup for the hardest foam side now. 3 balls in hand. They're going to have that burden to throw.
5 against 4 here. It's going to come from Decker.
And he takes out Sang.
Hardest foam, 3 balls up to the line. 2 spents on Apex's side. Counter's going to come from Von Stepp.
And he takes out Moto Sandoval, and he actually has to shake it off, too. Samson gets eliminated.
Hardest foam, only losing 1 player in that exchange, being Chris Valance.
So here's where we're going to see that jumping around from Tameta.
Ooh, point-blank shot, David.
Except if that happens. Just Tran now left for Apex.
Decker from far back. And Von Stepp's throw is going to connect. 7-1 for hardest foam.
They're going to call that one hit.
On your screen right now is the VC MVP of the match. Be sure to vote. Definitely Definitely my pick for this game is going to be Byron or Chris. I can't decide quite yet. I think a lot of the hits have come from mainly them two, but everybody's been getting a lot of hits on this hardest foam side. 7 points. Samco is going to counter. Does not connect.
Apex now with Burden to throw. McKay makes the play call, coming up to the line. And a couple of fakes there. Moto Sandoval takes the shot.
Lots of crosses in this game from Apex.
Point blank in the face on Moto Sandoval from Decker there.
Very interesting choice going cross court for a lot of Apex's throws when they have a three ball at the line with 6 or 5 players.
Decker getting hit out in the toes.
Apex left with 3 on the court. Boudreau, he's made it to the final 3 for the 2nd time in this game. Sampson, good block.
Oh, we see
Joey
a
LeBlanc.
line being called though.
And it's on Sampson. Looks like Sampson lined out there. Apex seemed to be struggling with that line today, as you said earlier. Samco's taken out by Boudreau.
It was a nice clean shot from Boudreau.
Like 45 feet, very, very far. Sam jumps, can't get over the ball. Very fast roll on Cody Burke. Bonstab not happy with himself. He did get tagged out. 4 balls for hardest foam here.
He was not expecting that one.
And they're going to spend 2 on Boudreau. They make the hits.
Of course he's going to be the target. So we've got Tran left now. Goes for Wong. Wong blocks.
Ooh, big curveball from Wong. Had a lot of power on it. Chests Tran. 8-1 here. This is definitely the biggest scoreline I've seen today so far.
Yeah. Setting up for another run at it.
Samco back on the opening rush. Apex finally spend on the opening.
Ferrer with a...
Very, very late in the game. 1 minute remaining.
Ferrer taking a nice clean shot. Sampson going for Burke.
He's going to find Burke. 5 left for hardest foam. Apex have an advantage, but hardest foam could get two hits here. Only 1 spent. Boudreau goes for the grab. Looks like Decker may have hit him in the thumb pretty hard. Holding his hand, hope he's okay.
He bounces back pretty quick.
Throw from the middle, return on Sampson.
That was a very, very close call on Sampson too.
Another throw from the middle from Apex here. Bounce is going to go straight. Oh, and it's a grab.
Off of Ferreira
Sampson makes the
into
grab.
Sampson, yeah.
Ball travels all the way across court. A very hard throw from Valance. Boudreau tagged out again. He just can't stay in this game.
They have his number.
They have his number in this game. They are just not letting him play. He's only made it to the final 3 players on the court 1 time in this match without being caught back in.
I mean, Boudreau's a very talented player, so he's not getting the chance to, really utilize his skills because Hearted Foam is they're just targeting him.
Definitely a good player to shut down on this Apex side. I'm unfamiliar with this team, but I do know how good Boudreau is. I've faced off against him 2 or 3 times, I think, and I have a lot of respect for his abilities, that's for sure.
I think the lankiness helps.
Definitely helps with those quick throws.
Okay, going for a catch, doesn't connect.
Double on Apex, and there's only going to be 1 left. Oh, they get 3 in that exchange.
Okay,
Gets called out.
Moto Sandoval.
Ooh, curveball on Pete.
Let's see
Pete
Tameta
stays
do
alive.
it.
Bounces again. Pete's going for that grab. Big pump. I thought he was going to throw that. I completely fell for that pump from here.
See, and here's the thing is he is very quick on his feet to meta, so we're going to see that play style that I was talking about earlier.
Another curveball straight at Pete. Oh, goes for the grab. Willier is going to take him out.
Yep. He was going for it too. He had it, but Unfortunately, it was just too powerful of a throw. He wasn't able to connect with it. We are not going to see a no block situation. The point differential is just too much. So it's going to be 9-1.
That was no block, yeah. So no block in the round robin is played regardless of the point differential, but when it comes to playoffs, that no block is no longer played if the outcome of the match cannot be changed. So good game from both sides here. Apex just couldn't seem to get into a rhythm, only got 1 point on the board, and Hardest Foam 9.
And honestly, like, both teams, their lineups do not change. Like, I have not seen them change in a very long time. But again, Apex, compared to the talent in Manitoba, they were in that 5th position. So Hardest Foam, they just, again, went a little bit harder.
Hardest Foam are going to take home, I think, the biggest win of day 1 so far. I'm assuming they'll definitely be topping their group. I don't know who else is in that pool. I believe they also beat Ascend 7-1, so they're definitely going to have the point differential.